Hi, my name is Beer, and let's start with the Invincible.
The Invincible was written by Polish writer Stanisław Lem, the author of the very well-known Solaris. In general, I think that The Invincible should have been a movie, but I will take a game as well. So the plot of the book, I will try to tell you without spoilers, is revolving around an expedition who has landed on a distant desert planet, much like a Mars, but an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny more alive one. And then bad things start to happen. Duh. All I can say that this plot is not a usual one where you land on some creepy rock and then some monsters start snatching your crew one by one. It's not like that. If you remember Solaris, you can realize that Stanisław Lem tried to avoid cliches and think of something more intriguing. So I can promise you that The Invincible is not a cliche story. It is really good, less psychological if you compare it to Solaris and more action-oriented. Also, if you played Firewatch, you will see where they took the inspiration from. Metamorphosis. You wake up one morning to find that you are rather inconveniently transforming into a tiny bug, while your friend Joseph is being arrested for reasons unknown. Well, probably for swinging his ding-dong in public place once again. But, you know, he's your friend, you don't judge. So to save him and find the answers you seek, you must embark on a journey through a world which, like yourself, has become twisted and unfamiliar. What once seemed like mundane dwellings have become an expansive obstacle course, and now you'll have to chart your path through nooks and crannies that exist within the cracks of civilization. You will have to use your wits to unravel the truth and regain the life you once knew. Or not. You might just be a crazy wacko after all. I don't know. Also, you can download and play a free demo as well. A story about my uncle. This is a first-person platforming adventure game about a boy who searches for his lost uncle and ends up in the world he couldn't imagine existed. So I guess your uncle is actually cool here, and not the type which sits you on his lap and touches your leg softly. He said to you that you should be happy because he works as a Santa in the mall, but your mother always said that he is a janitor in school. Wonder why? So you have your doubts about Uncle Steve. Fair doubts indeed. So nothing like that in this game. Here you'll use your uncle's mysterious inventions that let you jump incredibly high, uncover clues to your uncle's whereabouts, and meet fantastical creatures that will help you on your journey. Also, you may get motion sick and vomit on your keyboard. Just look at this up and down movement. That is enough to sicken an astronaut. Well, probably not, but 10 minutes of playtime was enough for me to start feeling sick. Although I should say that I succumb to motion sickness quite easily. You may feel nothing. Anyway, if that is not a problem for you, keep in mind that above 90% of reviews on Steam are positive, so this is definitely a good game. Tales of Iron 2: Whiskers of Winter. An old and unspeakable evil stirs in the north, wings black as death, fangs sharp as steel, and the thirst for blood rivaled only by their insatiable hunger for vengeance. Yeah, that is a new ultimate enemy of your kingdom. As people say, this game is inspired by Game of Thrones, The Elden Ring, and The Witcher. Despite it being a 2D side-scroller, the feeling is actually there, especially because everything is narrated by Doug Cockle, legendary actor that lent his voice to Geralt of Rivia himself, so he will have to track down and defeat legendary monsters of this realm, and be rewarded with rare resources and craft devastating equipment. But be warned, these colossal creatures won't go down without a fight. You will die over and over and over again, so make sure you like suffering. It's not for people with weak nerves, that's for sure. Ghost of Tsushima. Vast open world and intense melee carnage are right up the valley for everyone who likes Witcher games. Ghost of Tsushima is gorgeous. I was playing it for days and had a lot of fun doing various quests, slicing enemies in many pieces and adoring the beautiful nature. And by beautiful nature I mean everything except bears. They hop out of nowhere and show you that you are not the boss here, usually by killing you in one hit. Well, at least when you are still an inexperienced samurai ninja warrior, because later you will become a killing machine nobody can withstand. If you have never played the game, I can assure you that the satisfaction level after clearing an encampment of enemies is very high, especially when you die and then try again and again with various tactics and then finally you emerge victorious. That feeling is legendary. What remains of Edith Finch? Overwhelmingly positive review score should grab your attention. 17-year-old Edith Finch is the last surviving member of the eccentric Finch family. All of her closest relatives and family have died violently at a young age, leading to rumors about a family curse. Now she's on her way to her Finch mansion, a bizarre ramshackle building hidden deep within the forests of the state of Washington. Once there, she intends to research her family's history and learn the truth behind the alleged curse. While this can sound like a horror game, it's actually just a tale about one family that is more interesting than your family, or mine. People are saying that this is more than just a game, it is a unique form of art. Pentiment. This game looks kinda dumb, but it's made by Obsidian Entertainment. Yeah, the same guys behind Pillars of Eternity, Fallout New Vegas, The Outer Worlds, and many others.
What are the others?
Oh, shut up! This is a narrative-driven historical game focusing on character development, with heavily stylized art and choice-driven storytelling in early 16th century Bavaria. You will play as Andreas Moller, a clever illustrator caught up in a series of murders in a secluded abbey over the course of 25 years. You will be responsible for conducting your own investigation to decide the fate of the community, but each decision will have lasting consequences and draws you closer to the center of underlying conspiracy. People on Steam are saying that the writing is top quality, art style is amazing, and animations are great. And yeah, the game has an overwhelmingly positive review score as well.
Vampyr.
Guess, who are you going to be in this game? A doctor, and I am not even joking. Of course, you will be a vampire here as well. These are difficult times, no one can survive having only one profession. You are not that evil here, but you can choose to kill or rather devour good people and get stronger in the process. You will have to fight against vampire hunters, undead and other supernatural creatures with your own supernatural abilities. People on Steam really enjoy this game's atmosphere, music and voice acting as well. The only thing the game lacks is the freedom. Well, they provide you with many choices, but when you think about it, they don't really matter that much. Atomfall. The studio behind legendary Sniper Elite and Aliens vs Predator games decided to develop a survival action game inspired by real-life events. Atomfall is set 5 years after the Windscale nuclear disaster in northern England. Yeah, like most of us, I have never heard of it. So, long story short, in 1957 one of the nuclear reactors of Windscale site, that wasn't a power plant but a part of the British atomic bomb project and produced weapons-grade plutonium, caught fire. So in the aftermath, a huge chunk of the country was affected by radiation and around 200 unlucky people died of cancer. So that's the real story. In the game you will explore the fictional quarantine zone around the aforementioned Windscale. You will scavenge, craft, barter, fight and talk your way through a British countryside filled with bizarre characters, mysticism, cults and rogue government agencies. People are saying that this is Stalker, Fallout, Bioshock and Prey 1. Sounds good to me. Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. This is a single-player RPG set in the world of The Witcher that combines narrative-driven exploration with unique puzzles and card battle mechanics. Well, some sort of a mishmash of different things, but so is potato salad, so expect the best. The game spins a truly regal tale of Meve, a war veteran and queen of two northern realms, Lyria and Rivia. Facing an imminent invasion from Nilfgaard, she is forced once again to enter the warpath and set out on a dark journey of destruction and revenge. Well, honestly, if Nilfgaard changed the N in this name to M, they can invade anyone anytime they want. Just saying, nobody would resist. People are saying that the writing here is amazing, although the game itself is so unusual that sometimes it may be hard to really get into the gameplay. But don't let that discourage you, the review score is over the roof and most players who bought the game are recommending it for you, and so do I. Show those Milfguardians who's the boss. Herdling. Here you will head out on a grand alpine expedition with a herd of cute beasts. You will ascend a mountain path, encounter eerie dangers and obstacles, and forge your way to the mystery at the summit. You will have to guide and protect a motley herd of weird animals while traversing mountainscapes, fog-infused forests, snowy plains, and forgotten valleys. At the same time, practice your herding skills and navigate a wide range of challenges, threats, and easy-to-solve environmental puzzles. Well, easy to solve, definitely not for everyone. Don't ask how I know that. So this game is an emotional, wordless tale of trust, survival and companionship where you will have to cross through a fallen world. It is an amazing game without a doubt, but there is one big flaw. It's like your pee-pee. And by that I mean very short. The main story will take you only around 3 hours to finish. So this game is more like a long movie than a game, but a masterpiece, no doubt. The Thaumaturge. This is an isometric, story-rich, turn-based combat RPG. The year is 1905. The city of Warsaw lives under the rule of imperial hands. Its inhabitants constitute a diverse group of different ancestries, views and beliefs with often conflicting interests: soldiers, merchants, simple townspeople and more. Despite the circumstances, the city is a buzzing metropolis where you can attend a breathtaking party with the high society and later get robbed in one of the dark alleys. Well, sounds like any city today, but there is a catch. You are some kind of a warlock, a Thaumaturge as they are called here, because you inherited the power to tame magical entities. You will utilize their mystical abilities to discover secrets hidden within the human soul and speak to the darkness itself. People are saying that the game has a great story, has complex but easy to learn combat and is set in a relatively open world. The only flaw here, in my eyes, is that the game is set in Poland and not in Cold Bieristan, but no one is perfect. Sable. Here you'll embark on a unique and unforgettable journey and guide Sable through her gliding, which is a rite of passage that will take you across vast deserts and mesmerizing landscapes capped with the remains of spaceships and ancient wonders. You'll explore the dunes on your hoverbike, scale monumental ruins and encounter other nomads as you unearth mysteries long forgotten and discover what you're hiding behind your mask. The game is single player only and you can already see that it is a work of art. There is a lot in this world just waiting to be discovered and explored. People on Steam are talking that the game is a little bit similar to the Breath of the Wild. The world is open and the amount of quests here won't let you get bored. Alan Wake. On Steam it has 90% of positive reviews, so that should keep your attention here. And while Alan Wake is a bit older game, it only means that it stood the trials of time really well. It is presented in the style of a TV series and features action as well as storytelling sequences. As you dive deeper and deeper into the mystery, you'll face overwhelming odds, plot twists and cliffhangers. Yeah, actual cliffhangers in the game, that's cool. It's only by mastering the fight with light combat mechanic that you can stay one step ahead of the darkness. I should probably say that this is a full version of the game, with all the DLCs, improved resolution and all the other stuff you don't really care about if you never played the game. It's good, I do recommend it. Disco Elysium. This is one of the greatest role-playing experiences you will ever have, but play it only if you like reading a lot and like games without combat. You will not find any here. Well, I mean combat that is not a result of your dialogue choices. Your character will do things automatically based on the decisions you make, and those decisions of yours are not always very smart, and Disco Elysium just lets you do stupid things, which is kinda scary because suddenly you may realize that you just wanted to test the waters, but instead you actually made the decision that will have grim consequences. And by grim, I mean really grim. On some of those occasions, the game just ends. You may see game over screen without even playing an hour. And the game is like,
I told you, but you pushed me hard, so the consequences are yours to swallow.
Yeah, actually Disco Elysium has 3 different endings and 12 unique game overs. Those I talked about before. So always, and I mean always, think twice before doing something stupid. And then think twice while playing Disco Elysium as well. Because no matter how stupid the decision you want to make is, the game may let you do it. The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series. I think most of us have watched or at least have heard about the TV series of The Walking Dead. It was a wonderful show for a few seasons. Then almost every at least a bit more interesting actor left the show, mostly because of the poor writing, but it still continued for like 30 more seasons. Well, I am exaggerating of course, and I have to admit that I stopped watching it way past the mark where it stopped being good. Where a hair model without any acting skills and a samurai girl without face expressions led the show. It was bad but still addicting. Anyway, I'm telling you all this because this game is like TV show, but when it was actually good. Yeah, I know it's hard to remember those times, but Telltale's game is a masterpiece and this time I am not exaggerating. This version contains 23 unique episodes and more than 40 hours of content. It may not be the cheapest game, but if you want a story-rich interactive fiction with multiple endings, it would be hard to find a better deal than this. Resident Evil Village. The story is set a few years after the events in Resident Evil 7. The all-new storyline begins when a man and his wife start living peacefully in a new location, free from their past nightmares and horrors. And just as they are building their new life together, then, you know, stuff happens. Otherwise, it would be a love story, not a fantasy story with horror elements. Village is one of the coolest games ever, with an atmosphere creepier than your neighbor-in-law.
Wait, what? That exists?
I don't know, I hope not. Also, this game is not a pure horror game as you can imagine. It's really not that scary, it's just creepy. And overwhelmingly positive reviews are here for a reason. This game is fantastic. Also, you can play the free demo version on Steam. Outer Wilds. This is one of the best indie games you can find in general. It was named Game of the Year by Giant Bomb, Polygon, Eurogamer and The Guardian, so that alone should grab your attention. If it grabs something else, call the police. Or grab back, I don't judge. Here you are, the newest recruit of Outer Wilds Ventures, a space program searching for answers in a strange, constantly evolving solar system. You will have to gather wisdom for the glory of your nation, because you are the one responsible for exploring outer space. When I played the game, I flew directly towards the sun and died, so believe you me, controlling this spaceship is one of the hardest things you will ever do. Well, I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but it is as difficult as it is fun as well. The spaceship is very responsive, so during your adventures you will have to find out what lurks in the heart of the ominous Dog Bramble, who built the alien city on the moon. Well, obviously aliens, but you know what I mean. Can the endless time loop be stopped, and why is potato salad so delicious? Answers await you in the most dangerous reaches of space. Game has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, so you can't be wrong with this one. Paradise Killer. On Steam it has above 90% of positive reviews, so that should keep your attention. This game is set on an island outside of reality and revolves around a rogue human civilization hoping to resurrect dead alien gods. That already sounds crazy, but the gameplay and the story somehow make sense and is truly captivating. The game was nominated as the best adventure of the year by PC Gamer, got 9 out of 10 from IGN, and is a true gem for everyone hungry for amazing story-rich game. People are saying that this is one of these games which you would want to forget, and in a good sense. If the Mind Eraser was already invented, this would be one of the most popular things to erase from your memory so you could play it again. Cyberpunk 2077. This is undoubtedly one of the greatest single-player RPG games ever made. It had a rough start, but that is in the past and I can finally skip talking about it. Here you'll dive into an adventure in a sprawling megalopolis of Night City. You will have to take on the role of a cyberpunk mercenary who has to do everything and a bit more to survive. The game has one of the coolest single-player campaigns and is a must-play for every gamer. Although remember that this is an RPG and also a first-person shooter, so the logic does not always work. You know, the same bullet does more damage when you have more experience. That makes no sense, but hey, it's a game. Just like in Fallout or GTA games, you will take on random jobs, build a reputation and unlock various upgrades. The relationships you forge and the choices you make will shape the story and the world around you. The game is massive and it has Keanu Reeves in it, so in general this is a wet dream of anyone who likes single-player RPG games, but it also has some really annoying flaws as well. Despite being set in a GTA-like world, here you cannot fly. I see a lot of comments that say something like,
"Whatever, I don't need to fly."
Yeah, but I do. That is a real downgrade and annoys me very much. Anyway, the campaign is more than awesome, 11 cold beers out of 10.
And meow, thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Subscribe.